guys need a new daily driver? Well, we got you covered. LSNasty.com. We're giving away this 650 horsepower turbo LS Swap Colorado. It's a 5-speed manual. You need it in your driveway. It's 10 times entries. LSNasty.com. Bunch of brand new merchandise. Winter collection is up there. Hats, shirts, stickers, socks, you name it, we got it. Check it out. You cannot win unless you're entered. Interesting video for you today. This is kind of a social experiment. We're going to call Advanced Auto to order a water pump. There's the part number. The only thing we're allowed to say is the part number. The only thing we're allowed to say. If they pull it up and say they can order it, then am I allowed to talk?
Yes.
Okay. But they have to
confirm that they're looking at the part, like with a price. As for a transmission also.
Really dependent on who we get here. This is our local advance, which we...
If it's the old white guy who's hanging up on your ass.
Oh, what's his name?
Thanks for calling Advance. This is Angela. How may I help you?
1918-0610.
I'm sorry?
1918-0610.
Is that a part number?
1918-0610.
Is that a part number?
1918-0610.
Hold, please.
We were this close. We were this close. We were this close.
Oh my god, this is too much.
1918-0610.
Okay. What's that part number? Or?
It's 1918-0610.
Okay, what is that and what am I looking for?
They gotta be mad as hell. Is this really even something to get mad? Literally, you call me up, immediately I'm just typing in the part number.
I have nothing that came up with that.
Okay, thank you.
You just get mangoed? Yeah, what you looking at?
Yeah. Set that pineapple on the end of the table for me.
No, don't shoot it.
Set the pineapple.
No. Don't shoot the pineapple.
It's just a BB, it's fine.
No.
6'2" super player, please.
Better ricochet back at you.
I got a commercial account with you guys.
Your camera.
Damn it, didn't even
Just ricochet back at you.
Alright, here we go. Yeah, I think we got it. Awesome. Thank you so much.
You actually have to say something.
You can't just say. You would think they would just search. Dude, first thing I would do is search part number.
I mean, yeah. They always ask, is this a part number? Like, what other numbers? Is that a vehicle? Have you ever heard of a 19180610 vehicle? No. Maybe like a 150 or like a 250.
I just really thought, dude, they got mad.
Yeah,
got
they
mad.
weren't.
You know what?
They weren't happy.
I'll give it to you. I did try. If I had an accent.
Ooh, maybe you should try again with an accent.
No. Oh, hold on. Hold on. I want to call them up. Say, hey, can you look up this? And then ask them what the part number is associated with it. And it'll be 191800610. Some updates what we got going on here in our engine assembly room. We got some stuff to put together an engine. Very excited about this one going together. We have stock block aluminum rods, entry level crankshaft. This is going to be a very relatable build to a lot of people out there. This is, if you want to get into racing and build a race engine, this is the bare bones. Like if you want to go out there and run some methanol shit, some small tire stuff, this is the engine I'm going to recommend you guys build. Save your money, haggle, work it off, trade some stuff. This is where I would start anyone at. If they came to me and said, hey, I want to be extremely budget, I want to get into racing and then be able to grow from there, this is what we're doing. So I've talked about it before. MGP aluminum rod right here. These are some used rods. They work absolutely great. MGP stuff I love. MGP aluminum rod. We got like a K1 crank, entry level crankshaft, 58X reluctor. We got a shelf Weisco piston. Again, I've talked about this stuff before. And cylinder heads. This is what I really want to talk about. We just picked up these cylinder heads from TCAM Performance. We got some tasteful upgrades done to them, and this is what you guys need to have. Aftermarket heads are going to be a lot better than the stock heads because the thickness of the deck. They got a real thick deck. You know, what was the nose thrust for there, Dave?
It just sounded funny.
Okay. As you can see, we opted for a top fuel hoop. We're going to run methanol, copper head gasket. Well, this one I guess is going to be E85 and methanol, so it's going to go back and forth. You can't street drive on the top fuel hoops. A lot of people have that misconception that like, oh, this is a full-blown race engine, and you can't street drive. Yeah, you can. Just put a little clear RTV around the gasket where the water ports are, and you put the head on. Be done with it. High-Lamar stuff, that works pretty well too, but I know to seal the deal, just put some clear RTV around it, stop the head gasket on, and you're good to go. Deck the head, right? So even the head's brand new from TrickFlow, they deck it to make sure it really is true, and believe it or not, most companies are pretty good, but you pick up a little bit here and there, so it's very important to have a nice flat deck.
Flat?
Dude, hit me with the nose thrust every time.
I guess
And
you don't
then-
want no curve in your deck, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Gay!
This is really getting out of control. And then the top fuel hoop is kind of like the secret ingredient. Now, there are some side effects to this top fuel hoop. I do want to make known. If you have a bad tune-up, you can like torch a head and just blow it out the side. The top fuel hoop really locks that shit in, so it could be coming out the bottom if you're not careful. I always make a joke. If you're at the racetrack and you hear something that sounds like an A10, like a A10 Warthog, that's someone torching the head. That's a missed tune-up. That's an ignition failure. That is not good. Someone's ripping the head off, welding it, potentially getting a new block. I like top fuel hoop stuff. I've had amazing luck with everything that TCAM Performance has done for us. They actually set up these cylinder heads and we brought them up there too. They were complete with valves, so we used the valves that were in them. But they did put a new set of valve springs, a little bit stronger pressure valve spring to complement the camshaft. We're going to be running a TCAM Lamb Cam. We're going to be turning some high RPMs. We're looking at shifting at like 7,500 RPM. Stock rock arms, titanium retainers, and then it's got the nice locks in there. So they decked us out top to bottom. This is a motor here that, you know, we made 1,500, 1,600-ish with the steel rotted motor. With the aluminum rotted motor, I feel a lot more comfortable turning some more boost, hair more RPM. I don't really notice a lot of horsepower gain with RPM, but I don't like to turn my shit. Guys out there turning their shit 8,500, 9,000, that ain't for me. I like the longevity, turn less RPM, run a little bit more boost, be conservative with timing. I'd like to say that we're going to be able to push this motor to around 2,000 horsepower, and racing, if you got a light car, you got a Fox body, you can go pretty fast and have some fun racing with a 2,000 horsepower Fox body for sure. So here we go. This is it. That's pretty much just a basic rundown of it. We just picked these up from TCAM Performance. if you guys are interested in building a motor like this, I just gave you the recipe. I'll go over it again. I'm just going to name off a bunch of parts, so if you want to pause it and write it down, get like a K1 4-inch stroke crankshaft. Get a set of 6-125 aluminum MGP rods. Get a Wiseco piston. Now, depending on what block you have, if you're starting off with a 6-liter block, you're going to go with like a 4130 or 4030 bore, and that's going to be like a 408. If you're running a 5.3, you could build like a 388. So there's the bottom end, crank, rods, pistons. Camshaft, I like the lamb cam because we're going to keep it on a stock style lifter, like an LS7 style lifter, a GM lifter. We're going to run lifter trays. We're going to slap these heads on there. We're going to run the stock style rock arms with a BTR trunnion upgrade. Yeah, BTR sells the lifter. You can get pretty much all the gasket kit, everything from BTR. Oil pump wise, I like to run a Melling 10355. 10355
That's the number.
HV.
Sounds familiar to me.
Yeah, 10355 HV. It's a high pressure, high volume pump. Get a solid, C5R timing chain, or if you're going to splurge a little bit, get a Rollmaster double roller timing chain. For the race stuff, I like running a 58 tooth reluctor and a four pole cam gear. So if you're going to get a Rollmaster, make sure you get the 4-pole stuff. Then you can run an LS3 front cover with a cam sensor. You can go right in the Holley, drop down, choose the 58X, and you're good to go. If not, if you're going to run a 58 with a 2-pole, you got to do custom configuration. You Holley guys out there will know what I'm talking about. It gets a little bit more confusing doing that. But there you go. That is your top to bottom. Push rod length, obviously, depending on how much the block is decked. Damn, dude. Can't even get through that. Depending on how much the block is decked, your push rod length will vary, so you're going to have to measure and figure that out. But there is you a solid 2,000 horsepower, I would like to say, stock block setup. You got to be okay with potentially slinging the rods out of it, though. That's all I'm saying. Like, if you go out there, you let go of the button, 500 feet, rod exit stage right, so be it.
You tried.
That's, if you're going to try to do it on a budget, you got to be aware of the risks, and those are the risks. But yeah, take the block up to T-Cam Performance. They'll stroke clearance it for the aluminum rods. Everything will be good. They'll top fuel hoop the block, top fuel hoop the heads. They'll get you all your machine work right. They'll deck the block.
Dang it, boy.
You got nothing. You can't hold nothing back today, can you?
No.
They will hone it. They will bore it. They'll get you right, and then you can take it back and assemble it. Try to keep it as budget as possible. Or if you don't have a clue what you're doing, you can take it up there and have them assemble it. Or you can just bring them the block and say, hey, give me the John Dock 2,000 horsepower on a budget special.
That's the one.
If you bring up there, bring them a stock 6-liter block, slam it down on the counter, and say, I want the John Dock 2,000 horsepower special. They'll get you right.
So listen up, Kevin.
I'll have a drop down on Kevin's system where it'll just automatically order the rods, the pistons, the crank, and it's all entry level shit. And you can go as fast as you can go on the budget that this is. But that's going to wrap it up. Just a quick little Friday video. We have a bunch of action-packed stuff going on this weekend. We're going to be stretching the Peterbilt. One last video from PRI, working on Slick Rick, working on the Bad Apple, dropping the Bad Apple off to get some work done. Very busy weekend. And this is the last weekend for the Colorado giveaway. So you have Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and the giveaway is over. So be sure to go to lsnasty.com. Every $1 you spend gets you 10 entries to win our 650 horsepower Colorado, which I've been putting miles on lately.
Yep.
I've been driving the shit out of it, scaring everybody.
Yeah.
Logan rode in it yesterday. He's like, damn, I didn't realize it was this fast.
Yeah,
it's
that thing's
scary.
quick.
It's scary. I'm ready to peel someone's muffin cap back live. What you think, Cam?
Go ahead.